And climate change, of course, is a large issue these days for corals and coral reef communities throughout the world. There's some locations that are planning on abandoning their entire country. The Maldives are going to be underwater. It's estimated the Maldives will be underwater. That's in the Indian Ocean. Be underwater in about 60 years. So sea level is rising, folks. Now, just some quick information and data on the reefs that we have here. Here's that colony I was talking about. This one right here is called pillar coral, Dendrogyra. I have a sample of it over here that came from a ship grounding site. We'll take a look at that later today. Branching corals. The reefs of southeast Florida, the entire region that I was talking about, including the Keys Marine Sanctuary, has about 46 species of stony coral. And here in Broward County, depending upon which scientist you talk to and which counter, which person who's looking at the transect, will have anywhere from 24 to 32 species of stony corals. Sea fans, octocorals, remember the octocorals have 8 what?
Tentacles.
8 tentacles, right. The density of octocorals are measured offshore here, roughly 6 colonies per square meter. And sponges. Sponges are the most dominant, 11 different sponge colonies in every square meter that we measure. And fishes. Some people count, this is a 7-year average that I'm showing you here, of 111 different species of fish that live on our reef offshore here. Some people say 150 is the average. I kind of agree with the 150 figure. And my favorite friend in the whole world, gray triggers. Gray triggers. You ever been bit?
No.
No, gray triggers.
Gray trigger?
That's a gray trigger. They're nasty. I've been bit twice. Right, I can see the mark on my forehead. That's one of them.
Oh my God.
The other one, he took a piece of my ear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How big
They're
are they?
carnivore?
they're
They're,
about like that. And then look at the teeth again. Go backwards in this.
Yeah,
The back arrow.
Backspace?
Here.
Yeah, there we go. See those teeth?
Triggerfish.
Triggerfish. Those teeth are sharp. Almost like a piranha. Yes? They are attracted to shiny objects.
Nice.
And apparently my forehead was shiny that day. And the National Marine Fisheries Service and NOAA, Ocean Fisheries, have decided to protect 7 different species of coral and declared them threatened in the offshore waters of the Western Atlantic Ocean, including Florida. And we have all of them here. The Orbicula, or it used to be called Montastria, but there's 3 different species of them, Annularis, franksii, and fabulata. Mycetophilia ferox is a type of, they call it flower coral colony. Acroporis or Ricornis, this is staghorn coral, and then elkhorn coral, Acropora palmata, and then Dendrogyra, the pillar coral. And we do have it, they do occur out here. The palmata is very, very rare in our waters, but there are, to my knowledge, about 9 colonies that are alive. And that was there, so now they're listed as threatened officially. Yes.
That picture there of the elkhorn, would that be considered a single colony?
Yes. Yep. And that colony is offshore, right offshore Pompano Beach.
So there's 9 of those, more or
About
less,
in
out.
that shape, yes. The shapes and growth. What's interesting about staghorn and elkhorn coral is that they grow, instead of half a centimeter a year, they grow about anywhere from 8 to 14 centimeters a year.
Oh, wow.
So they can grow pretty quickly. Now, coral reef resources. Here's a reef resource slide, and in your handouts you have a modified version of this that has even additional coral reef resources and websites. And I apologize for that, you can't see that down here. NOAA Coral Reef Conservation Program, the Florida Coral Reef Conservation Program, SEFCRE, SEFCRE is the originator of the trunks, the educational trunks, and we'll talk about that later this afternoon. The Florida Keys Marine Sanctuary, Florida Ocean Council, our Florida Reef, which is also a part of Southeast Florida Coral Reef Initiative. And that's an organization where citizens like yourselves and your students can get involved in our Florida Reefs, attend the meetings, find out what they're doing, okay? And that's it for now. So any other questions or you want to talk about? Yeah.
Okay, so the Keys have the National Marine Sanctuary. Why isn't the area outside here in the sanctuary as well? Is that just politics that the fishermen don't want that in?
Fishermen, divers, recreational boaters are all fighting it. It's going to be proposed. The group that I just said about our Florida Reefs, they're in the process of working to put that together. We had a conversation here, I want to say about 10, 12 years ago, about establishing a marine protected area offshore Broward County. And it was just squished really, really fast. Oh, yeah. But it's needed here. It's necessary here.
Yeah.
And the data, the research data indicates that if you have a protected area of substantial size, those areas in the Keys that they do have protected, where no take zones, no fishing, no diving, are feeding the outside areas adjacent to them with healthy fish and healthy
So
reef
it's gonna
conditions.
benefit the other people, but they don't understand
Well-
it or believe it or care.
Yeah, you're right. There's some short-sightedness in some of the people that are making decisions, but maybe that'll change.
Well, hopefully as they study and see the results of the ones in the Keys,
Yeah,
it'll make a difference.
they're published. You can get those publications at these websites too, if you want to see that.
How long
Yourself.
has the one in the Keys been a sanctuary? Like, how long,
That's
how
a
far
good
back
question.
does the data go?
That's a good question. I think it's been a sanctuary for about 10 years now.
It's been, I was living there 20 years ago, and I used to volunteer for NOAA, so they were working towards it.
We had two, the Luke Key Sanctuary
Right, and
was in
John
effect then,
And John Penny.
and John Pennycamp,
Right.
yeah. But now the entire area is a marine sanctuary. From Pennycamp south
You can
to,
dive there, it's
It's
just
just you can't take,
Right.
Can't
pictures.
you take pictures and
leave
nothing
bubbles.
else.
Yeah.
pictures?
That's
No, you
marine-
can't, that's all you
yeah.
can
It's a
do.
no-take
You can't
zone.
touch the sand,
We-
you can't do anything.
We take our students to Marine Lab to snorkel in the
Oh, good.
various reefs
Cool.
for 3 days, our 5th graders.
Yeah.
And they're saying is take pictures, leave bubbles.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
it.
I was taught that at my.
Nova Eisenhower. Nova Eisenhower and
does
Nova
that too.
Blanche. Your school does.
They also-
We've been doing it for over 20 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah. We got a special certificate from them.
Wow.
We've been doing it every year for about 20 years.
Where do you go?
It's called Marine Lab. I'm wearing their shirt. It's in Kilo.